Hi, I'm Mike Gannon, and I'm here with the chairman of the board of the Today Foundation, Richard H. Collins. Hello, Dick, and I'm glad you're
Mike,
here.
good to be with you, and I like your hat.
Thank you very much. I've had some comments, mostly about the glare when I don't wear it. We're going to discuss some various topics today, and one of them is why are you supporting the habitat restoration along Jefferson's bayfront here, and what do you expect that you'll accomplish from it or gain from it?
Well, I think the historic Jefferson Riverfront project, which we've called the Port Jefferson Nature and History Center, is going to be a great addition to East Texas, and I'm pleased to be the financial partner to help make that happen. I think it'll be a great tourist addition. It will teach kids about habitat restoration. It'll teach them about plants and about the environment, and it's an important way to do that so we can preserve this important part of Texas history. The riverfront goes back to 1844, and it was the portal to Texas for so many people until the 1880s. So it's an exciting project. It'll be great for Jefferson. It'll clean up kind of an area of the city that is been underused and been overgrown, and so I think it'll be just a wonderful addition.
Great, and I guess we'll have some birding and some nature walks, and maybe I can lose a few more pounds with walking along the walkways.
We're going to have beautiful birds. We have bald eagles that have come back to East Texas, and we're going to have a bat habitat under the 1907 Railroad Bridge, the KCS Railroad Bridge that's part of the project. And there'll probably be some snakes in there and maybe a few alligators, so everybody watch where they step.
Oh, I could really lose weight. Are you interested in the preservation and saving of the Confederate powder magazine, and what purpose do you see for it with Collins Academy?
Well, we're supporters of trying to do something to preserve the Jefferson Ordnance Works and expand it to make sure we know exactly what was there. It goes back to 1864, and it's an important part of Jefferson history. It's a part of the history of the American South in Texas, and so that would kind of be a western, an eastern anchor of what the historic Jefferson Riverfront project is going to be. And I think it'll be just great, and it's important to make sure that the Ordnance Works is saved and that we have a good exhibit on what it can look like and what it used to look like and how important it was into Jefferson and East Texas history.
And that's great and interesting. It wasn't so interesting when I was young and studying history, but as I get older, I'm more interested in those things.
Well, one of the things that you do, Mike, that I'm so happy to be part of is that you make it come to life for kids, and you can, through animation and through the use of the computer, we can make what the historic riverfront look like, and actually kids can rebuild it in a way that people can see what it looks like, and with the same thing we can do with the Jefferson Ordnance Works.
Mm-hmm. And it's a learning experience, and you trick them into learning that way.
They didn't mean to learn, but they learned.
How are you helping the Union Missionary Baptist Church and from collapsing, and why is it important to our community?
Well, the Union Missionary Baptist Church is one of the most important black structures in Texas, and it goes back to 1842 when the site was given to it by Captain Perry. It was given to slaves to begin to build their own church there. And so it's important that we save this important part of Jefferson and East Texas history, because frankly, Jefferson and the white community, the black community have had great, have by and large gotten along quite well, and we need to make sure that we exhibit all parts of the history of the area. And the Union Missionary Baptist Church is one of the great black structures in the state, and it's important to be saved. We just rebound the church 2 weeks ago, and so now it has support levels inside through various wires, and we've had Donna Carter, a former member of the Texas Historical Commission, serve as our architect and advisor on this project, as well as Wayne Bell, who's a Texas legend in historic preservation, has been our advisor. So it's exciting and it's important to save, and it's kind of the western anchor of the Port Jefferson History and Nature Center.
It is. It sits at the very end of the trail.
And it's really the heart of the city, and And so this is what Jefferson's been about. It's been about people getting along and building a city and building a commercial area that was prominent and successful. And it's pretty much gone now, but now we're rebuilding and capitalizing on our history and what was important.
Well, for those of us that really know and we appreciate all the effort you've put into this town, it's really become my home, and I thank you.
Well, thank you for moving here. The great thing about Texas and Jefferson is that if you're from out of state, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank
And it's
you,
good
Dave.
to have you here.
Thank you. You too.